Leg 2 of the Volvo Ocean Race ended in spectacular fashion under the iconic Table Mountain in Cape Town. After an electric start in Lisbon almost 3 weeks earlier, the fleet had made fast time south, battling one another and complex weather situations for the entire 7,000-mile marathon. After navigating the St. Helena High, with wind increasing and temperatures falling, Dutch crew Team Brunel were fighting for the lead. With just 5 days of the leg remaining, Bouwbekking rolled the dice and elected to go into stealth mode, cloaking their position from their rivals for up to 24 hours in an attempt to close the gap on the leaders' MAPFRE.
Well, at the moment that we went to stealth mode, we were the most southern boat. There was a real option, like a 50-50, to make a big dive south. So we're just gonna throw the cards in, see what's happening.
However, Team Brunel's tactical gamble didn't pay off, emerging from stealth mode north of their competition, but having slipped from 2nd to 4th on the rankings, overtaken by both Vestas 11th Hour Racing and Dongfeng Race Team.
When, everything's against us is when we get the best out of ourselves and we push really hard. Now we just got to keep fighting hard to maintain that position until the finish.
With their bows all now pointing east directly towards Cape Town, just 37 miles split the top 4 boats, all of whom were fighting to stay with a cold front that was providing big mileages. The leading quartet all notching up 500+ mile days. Dongfeng Race Team topping that list, achieving 519 miles in 24 hours. For the Chinese flag Dongfeng Race Team, it was the start of a change to regain the lead they had held for much of the leg. Overhauling Vestas 11th Hour Racing to move into 2nd, their sights set firmly on the leaders' MAPFRE in the final 850 miles to the finish.
Ma spécialité, c'est de faire des comebacks ou de faire des boulettes. Quand tu fais un comeback, c'est qu'à un moment, tu es derrière.
Up until this morning they've been gaining on us, which we kind of expected, and now the routing's changed a little bit, so the guys behind now they go slightly further north, and then it splits away. So it's been difficult for us the last 24 hours. These guys behind catching up, and I was not really sure how to best to defend, but hopefully the next 12 hours things will settle down and we'll come out alright.
Led by Team AkzoNobel, the chasing pack lost their battle to stay in the fast-moving cold front, leaving them languishing in much lighter winds compared to the leaders, forcing them to head south in search of wind, adding hundreds of additional miles to their track.
We're in a really difficult position at the moment. We've got scallywag and turn the tide on plastic above us in more breeze, going straight around us on the outside, and pretty much falling off the front now. So they're going to put miles on us. Next sket's going to be tough, just like the last one was.
As the leg drew to a close after nearly 20 grueling days, thoughts began to turn to life ashore. None more so than turn the tide on plastic navigator Nico Lundgren.
I would like to be as fast as possible in Cape Town. For 2 things, because I am a competitor, perhaps not to be last because it's not finished, it's never finished, and also because I want to come back home to see my family, and especially my new daughter, because I had a baby during a leg. So for the moment I just saw a picture by email, that's it.
With the finish in sight, MAPFRE continued to fend off a sustained attack from Dongfeng Race Team and Vestas 11th Hour Racing, both of whom opted to deploy stealth mode in a last-ditch attempt to outmaneuver the Spanish team in the final 500 miles. But after leaving Lisbon 19 days earlier, the Spanish team MAPFRE, led by Xavi Fernandez, crossed the finish line first, in doing so taking over as overall race leaders.
Oh, super happy. This is, for us, first leg was very good already, being second in Lisbon, but of course it's winning here and winning the first big, long leg is very happy, very proud. Of course, the team work like a watch, and both very good and everything very well.
Dongfeng Race Team finished 2nd, just 3 hours behind their rivals MAPFRE, with Vestas 11th Hour Racing claiming the final podium spot from Team Brunel. Meanwhile, a day behind the leaders, Team Axel Nobel, Turn the Tide on Plastic and Song Hong Kai Scallywag were locked in a three-way drag race to secure fifth. With just 5 miles separating them, the pressure of not being last into Cape Town began to show.
It's a hard one with the result on this leg when you're in the bottom end of the fleet. If you finish last, you basically could have delivered the boat. So you put a lot of effort in, a lot of work for just coming, last. Got Scallywag breathing down our necks. So intense, it doesn't give up.
You do this whole 3-week period racing around with these guys, and it'll be the best 24 hours of the leg. It's going to be fantastic, and I hope it's not us that trail in there by a few minutes, but this is going to be close.
Team Axel Nobel held their nerve to claim fifth, and after being within sight of one another for more than 2 weeks, Song Hong Kai's Scallywag finally held off Turn the Tide on Plastic. The two separated at the finish by no more than 200 metres.
Okay, Dee, so 7,000 miles of racing and it comes down to 1 minute and 8 seconds.
Is that what it was?
1 minute and 8 seconds.
And you think of all the times you could have got that back easily. Gutted, absolutely gutted. Everyone's heads dropped, shoulders down. We actually thought they'd stopped early of the line, and we were like, quick! And you always believe you can do it. Absolutely, they deserve it. They worked really hard, they deserved it, but we didn't get it.
The teams now have 2 weeks to recuperate ahead of leg 3, when the race returns to its roots, back into the Southern Ocean, and on to Melbourne starting December 10th.